Cheers.
Cheers.
What a crazy week, huh?
Yep. We're having beer out of our Cinnamon Blue Pearl koozie cups, which makes them taste way better. The anchorage before we pulled into La Paz, we knew that the windlass was not going to be working very many more times. It barely pulled that chain up, and it wasn't very deep water either. And we know what it sounds like when it's going out, so sure enough, we got into La Paz and we put down the anchor, and we wanted to move a little bit. Tried to pull some chain up, and it would just stop. Maybe it's the relay. I don't know. I'll have Victor have a look.
I don't know why it checked no.
And look how this is at an angle. This is not even square, so this was rubbing kind of crooked on there, and it got very hot. Look how it even melted some of the. That's what happens when it doesn't make a good contact. So anyway, so this needs to be machined down flat and beautiful. Brand new brushes put here. This is a 1982 windlass, a 1984 boat, and that puts it over 40 years old. It's been rebuilt who knows how many times. So we're gonna have to cough up the dough for a new windlass soon.
How amazing that we made it back to La Paz before that was just finished.
That was a good thing.
What a blessing to be here.
While he was here, he looked at our generator electricity frequency meter, which indicated like 65 plus hertz, and as you know, it's supposed to be 60, but this is an analog gauge, like it's the original one from 1984. So he took the cover off and fiddled with it, and sure enough, it was kind of jammed in there, and it was giving us a faulty reading, so we think that the electricity is okay. We have an issue with the generator once again. It's the exhaust manifold end cap. It's an aluminum box there, and the steel stud just pulled straight out of it.
And that's where the leak was.
Yeah. Bueno. For an exhaust manifold, it's a big deal because you'd think there'd be a helicoil available in this town to fix a stripped out bolt hole, but there's none. I've been to all the chandleries, even the hardware stores and auto parts stores, nada. Until we get that repaired, we're gonna have a seawater leak. Not bad, but we still have been running our generator. You know, it's kind of a pool of water on the floor down there below the generator after an hour and a half. So it's something that can't be put off forever, but we're not completely dead in the water.
Thankfully. So we met some new friends last night, Mike and Michelle. Had a lovely time with them on our boat. Beautiful sunset, as per usual here in La Paz. We just got a text from them. We were at shore, and got a text from them saying they only made it halfway out the channel and broke down. So we're gonna try and tow them back with our dinghy. The winds have been crazy for a week, and today they finally calmed down. They're like almost no wind, just a little tiny breeze, and otherwise we would not be able to move these guys.
Go ahead.
We've met new friends this week, and we said goodbye to old friends this week. So we're saying goodbye to our friends today. It's very, very sad.
Happy sad.
It's a happy sad. I'm very happy for them, but I'm very sad for us. Okay, cheers, you guys. Cheers. Cheers to really great friends, awesome boat adventures, and to many more.
This is only the beginning.
Yep.
This is hasta luego. See you later.
Just saying, ciao, never arrivederci.
Okay.
My dear friends, you are a blessing. You really are. It's good. It's good. This is just, you're going to come to Canada in a few months. Right, Chris?
You guys
That's
so do we.
Aw.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You guys are so easy to love.
Oh my gosh.
You guys.
Look at us.
Look at those two.
Spend some time on us too,
Goobers.
you know. Thank you.
Love you, buddy.
Joy and Paulo, we love you and we miss you. That is the life of a boater. I mean, you meet great people and then you sail away or they sail away. That's life, but it's great that we get to have social media to keep us still connected. So I'm very grateful for that. We didn't hear from Victor for a week, so finally Chris gave him a phone call to find out what was going on with our windlass. We were desperate.
I thought he was going to get done in about a day or two because it was a rush job. It's hard to understand the guy, you know, his crappy phone, and I think he's going to call me tomorrow because he's gonna check something today. I think he's having a hard time finding brushes or parts or something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. So, great news. It's been 1 week and a day that we have been without our windlass, and it's finally finished. It's fantastic. We just got the call from Victor, and my husband is on his way to go pick him up. The bad news is we are experiencing about 20 knot winds at the moment, and it's only going to get worse today. It's the worst day of the week with wind-wise, and this is the day he chooses to finish the windlass. Oh well, should be interesting reinstalling that, which is no small feat. And I feel bad for my husband having to travel in this kind of weather, which is usually when we like to hunker down in our boat and not go anywhere because it's not exactly safe. I mean, he'll be fine, but if you can avoid conditions like this, then do it. But we're looking forward to heading north, going up the Sea of Cortez, and not looking back. So this is one step closer to that goal. Gotta love the weather.
So after 8 days, we got our windlass back. Victor and I put it back in. It seems to be working good. He didn't instill me a whole lot of confidence, but we're hopeful we can, anchor a dozen more times plus. We have fingers crossed it's going to last us at least to Puerto Penasco so that we can go across the border and buy a new one. Because this one here apparently is undersized or too shot, and there's no parts for it.
Cheers to having a windlass installed.
We got one for now, anyway.
This was definitely the week for boat rescues. 4 happened this week. Towing him in from several miles offshore. Oh my gosh. It's a yellow flag day at the marina, which means caution for smaller vessels. And of course, we're very small in our dinghy. Woo. Anyway, Dreamcatcher has been...
They grounded their boat on rocks for the last couple of days, and apparently they just got it off last night because of high tide. They were able to get it off the rocks. We're on our way out there to tie onto them and bring them safely into the channel. 3 feet, maybe 4 foot seas out here.
What are you going to do?
14 foot dinghy.
Well, we finally found him. He was several miles offshore. Not exactly sure why, but...
Okay, so you're going to steer the boat. Just power. That's all I'm doing.
We have a long, long ways to go. So much fun. At least the sun is shining.
You're soaked now.
I know. Just got a little bit wet there. Big old tidal wave. Drenched. Dinghy is completely drenched. So are we.
Buy a boat, they said. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, please. With the England.
Oh, you have, you got propulsion. Okay.
Yeah, I'm all set to rock and roll. I want to go some way deeper.
He's free. And we're leading him to a nice place to anchor for a while. And then we had another gal. She just happened to be going right next to Blue Pearl when she ran out of fuel in her dinghy. The boat rescuing, sometimes we even have to do it in bad weather, which is not our favorite time to be in the water, but golly, if somebody needs help, we're gonna help, even in the bad weather. Looking. How's it going in here?
It's good.
Moment of truth.
Okay, so we think we found the leak to the aft vacuum flush toilet. So depends on how long it takes for this pump to start back up again. But it used to be like every, I don't know, less than a minute it would start back up because it has a small leak in the hose over here. But I think we found it and I patched it. That'll be good. Little improvement for our boat.
A big improvement.
If it holds vacuum, that'll go a long ways towards us being more happy and pleased about the boat.
This would be the greatest thing ever if this toilet was actually fixed.
The greatest thing.
Okay, I'll start over. This would be so awesome if this toilet was fixed. Every time you want to flush the toilet, we would have to do this. On.
Then wait for it to pump. After you turn on the pump, you have to wait for it to pump up. And that is somewhere around 65 pumps, something like that.
Yeah.
And then every half minute, it would lose vacuum and then have to pump another 18 times every half minute.
And then you flush the toilet, and do not forget to go back down the hallway to turn the toilet off again. So anyway, it's been maybe 5 minutes and the toilet hasn't repumped, so I think he fixed it. So if we can actually get at least one solar panel installed on in our boat, then, and the weather changes, just maybe we'll be able to head north.
Yeah, we're looking for a south wind to push us north, which is going to happen later in the summer. Next week we're supposed to get a little bit of south wind, so we might miss that window, but it's starting to happen, so we got to be prepared. Get a little bit of solar on our boat, and so we won't be so dependent on an undependable generator. And get the heck out of here. It'll be fun. The weather's turning.
Yay.
Today's 80 degrees. It's supposed to be 93 on what, Wednesday? It's happening fast, so we got to get to going.
Came to market today to buy some mint for another pot that we had.
I'm a mojito making machine.
The first set of mint that we bought, while it's beautiful, it's a spearmint. Not.
Can't use spearmint in a mojito.
No, it doesn't work as well. So anyway, now we got the real minta for the mojitos. I hope that dolphin watching never gets old. We've been watching dolphins play, swim, jump out of the water for 7-8 months since we've been in La Paz, and I still get giddy with joy watching them swim around our boat, near our boat.
Yeah, there's so many of them here. We take the dinghy into the dinghy dock, and gosh, sometimes we have to stop just so you don't run over a whole pod of them.
If there was one thing that I could say that's great about La Paz, is its beauty in the skies. Just look up. Look at the clouds. They can be incredible. The sunrise, the sunsets, they are stunning. They are absolutely so beautiful in La Paz. Almost every night, a new painted, beautiful scenery to look at. And that is one incredible thing about La Paz.